What's up YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. You're watching Shoe DIY, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to loosely lace your Jordan 1 High. Let's go! So we're going to start off by taking our lace down through that first hole on the outside of the shoe. Just bring it up a little way into the shoe, and then when you take your lace across the front, just flatten it out as much as you can to get rid of any twists. And then take the end of the lace down through the opposite first hole. Again, just pull it up a little way, and then to make sure our laces are the same length, put the ends together and pull up. Just like that. If you do get a twist in your lace, just make sure that you're pulling out on the one side and bringing it back down on that one side so you don't change the length of the laces. It's a little bit loose, so I'm just going to pull it in. Just a little bit, and then we're going to start by taking that outside lace across the shoe to the inside second hole. I'm going to catch the lace as well on my finger to make sure I can get rid of any twists that might come up, and it also means I can put a loop sitting above the hole. Then take the inside lace across to the outside second hole. And I'm just going to stop there to make sure that both the loops are the same as each other. So I'm just going to pull that one a little way in just to make sure that they're both the same, tuck them inside, and then carry on with the outside lace, bringing it across to the third hole on the inside. And take the inside lace across to the third hole on the outside. And keep that lace in your hand, bring it across to the next hole on the inside. And take the inside lace across to the next hole on the outside. And then a quick tip, if you pull your laces out, pull the shoes out, it should slot your laces inside each other, and also make sure that they're the same width. So then take the outside lace across to the next inside hole. And take the inside lace across to the next hole on the outside. Then the outside lace comes across to the next hole on the inside. And then the inside lace comes across to the outside. And then if you pull at your tongue, you'll see that you've got a loop in the tongue, and I'm going to use that because I want to make sure that the tongue stays in place. So I'm going to take the outside lace, keeping it as flat as possible, and take it through the loop. Now if I just bring the tongue forward, you can see that the loop goes all the way through. There's a hole. So I'm going to take the lace down through the hole, through the back, just make sure that's sitting flat first. So I'm just going to bring it out, turn it around, and make sure it goes in there nice and flat, like that. And then on the other side, I'm going to push it back through to the front. Making sure it sits nice and flat. And then it's going to go round and down through that inside hole, like that. And then I'm going to take the inside lace, and again I'm going to take it down through that loop. So I'm just going to push it down through the hole, out through to the back. So make sure that sits flat first. like that. And then I'm going to take it back through on the opposite side of the loop. Like that. So again, it sits nice and flat. And then it comes through, and I'm going to bring it down through that next hole on the outside of the shoe. So that's got a little bit loose, so I'm just going to pull on that a little bit to flatten it out. Like that. Just check my laces haven't come in a little bit as I push that through the hoop. And then the outside lace is going to come across the shoe, and it's going to come out through that first hole there on the collar. So rather than coming round and down, I'm just going to send it through from the back to the front. Like that. And then the inside lace is going to come across, and again it's going to go through that first hole from the back to the front. Like that. Now you might find that's a little bit too long for you, or it might be just right. So I'm just going to pull it in a little bit. Just adjust my laces by pulling them out a little bit so I can use up a little bit more of that lace. And adjust as I go down the shoe, like that. And there you have your loosely laced Jordan 1 with that nice casual loose look. So starting on the left shoe, I'm going to make sure that I start here on the outside first hole, just to make sure that the two shoes have a matching lace pattern. And then I'm going to take the end of the lace down to the opposite first hole. Bring your laces together and pull up to make sure you've got the same length on both sides. Just going to pull that up a little way more to make sure that they are the same length. That's it. And then I'm going to make sure as well that that's relatively loose, just like the other shoe. And we're going to start with the outside lace, bringing it across to the second hole on the inside of the shoe. Again, catch it on your finger to make sure that you've got that loop. It keeps it nice and loose, helps you to get the twists out of the lace as well. And then as you bring your lace across, just flatten it out all the way. Bring it down into the hole. And then we're going to stop and just check that our laces are the same as each other. This one's a little bit wide, so I'm going to bring it in. And then I'm just going to make sure that it starts off just where I need it to, so I can follow it all the way up the shoe. So we're going to go back to that outside lace, bring it across the shoe to the third hole on the inside. Then take the inside lace across to the third hole on the outside. Again, all the way up, I'm making sure that I've flattened out the lace so that I don't get any twists. And if I do, I just turn it around on my finger and it makes it easier to get rid of. And keep that lace in your hand, bring it across to the next hole, which is the fourth hole on the inside of the shoe. Then the inside lace comes across to the fourth hole on the outside. Remember as well, if you pull your shoe out, it'll make sure that the width of the laces are the same. Then I'm going to keep that lace in my hand, bring it across to the fifth hole on the inside of the shoe. Again, not sure why, but these keep twisting. So I'm just going to pull it out a little bit, pull it back down again. And then the inside lace comes across to the outside hole. Keep that lace in your hand, bring it across to the next inside hole. And just see if that's where we come into the loop. The next one that we take across will be the loop from the outside lace. Bring it across. Just going to check these by pulling them out. And then we got to the loop, so I'm going to take this down through this side of the loop first, making sure I keep my lace as flat as possible. Just like that. And then take it up and out of the hole and back to the front. Keep it nice and flat on the back. And then that goes across to the inside hole. And then take the inside lace, do the same, take it down through the hole, out through the back, make sure it's nice and flat, and then thread it up, back through the hole and out to the front. Just making sure I'm avoiding the lace that's already in there. Can't quite see what I'm doing from the back to the front, so let's push it through. There we go. And then we're going to bring that down through that outside hole. And then we're going to take that outside lace and we're going to take it across, and this time I'm going to take it out through that first hole, so out through the back of the hole to the front, like that. And then the inside lace goes across, out through the back of that front hole and out to the front. And this is a chance now where you can adjust to make sure that they're the same length. So they are the same length. It looks a little bit pulled here, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this lace. I'm just going to pull it in ever so slightly. Still want that loose look though. So just pull it in a little bit to give you a little bit more lace at the top. Just give me a little bit more. So I'm going to pull that through, pull it through, and then it'll make it nice and loose across here as well. So there we've got your left shoe and your right shoe. So now I'm going to show you what they look like on feet. So there you have your Jordan 1 High, loosely laced. I hope the video was helpful. If it was, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and for future videos, subscribe. Thanks for watching.